Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
So you just open Dr. Akash and watch his video. Okay, because I will be showing through it. Can you see the cephalogram? Can you guys see the cephalogram? Can you guys see the cephalogram and am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, we first begin the tracing. First, I'll show you that how do you trace a cephalogram, and then I'll tell you the analysis. So you first start tracing by transferring the orientation marks. In the cephalogram, you will have orientation marks. CF3 plus orientation marks. In future,
Excuse me, sir.
Otherwise, this is the orientation
Sir, your voice is breaking.
marks. What happened? Can you guys see now and hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Voice is clear?
Yes.
Okay. So what I have done now is I have transferred these three orientation points. Okay. Now I'll start with the tracing. So first we trace the outermost border, that is the soft tissue. Okay. So see, I am just drawing or tracing in thin strokes. First, I will trace the portion which is easiest for me to see so that my eyes they get used to the contrast, and then I will slowly proceed to the landmarks which are difficult to trace. For example, landmarks which are bilateral, which landmarks which have shadows. The lines are confusing. So first we trace the parts which are easiest to trace. So the easiest part to trace is the soft tissue outline of the patient on the cephalogram. Okay. Now I'll trace the video. You will not be able to, but the tracing will below it, and you will be able to see the tracing line. Okay. I trace the bone. Then I come over to trace the sella turcica, which I had shown you yesterday. At the radio which I can see, we just keep for a few minutes, use the and so what do, you trace both the lines and then you draw a dotted line in between. You take it as a mean, okay, because it is a bilateral landmark. If it doesn't overlap in the patient's cephalogram, you will see two orbitals. So this is orbital, this is chorion, this is sella. Now I will trace the palatal plane, okay. I started from the PNS till the ANS, and then I draw the palatal roof, and this part is little bit difficult to trace, which is point A. Okay, you just have to see for the faint shadow of a slight concavity and trace it. And here you will see a noticeably radio opaque line of the palatal aspect. Then I trace the central incisor. Here you have to trace the most proclinated tooth. If you see multiple teeth, you have to trace the one which is most proclinated, and then I'll draw the long axis of the teeth. Similarly, I'll trace the lower central incisor and from the incisal tip to the root tip. And now I am drawing the or tracing the mandible. First, I traced the part which was very easy for me to trace. Then, starting from the condyle, I continue up till the posterior part of the ramus, continuing till the inferior border of the mandible. Okay. Now, the last thing which we draw is the most difficult one, that is the molar relationship. Now, in this cephalogram, it is quite easy to see the molars. So, what we trace is the first permanent molars. See, now I am tracing the first permanent molar maxillary, and then I will trace the mandibular first permanent molar. When you trace these molars and central incisors, make sure they resemble the anatomy of a tooth. Don't draw anything randomly. Okay. So that is all. These are the points which we need to trace with the help of a tracing table. Now we can just put a plain white paper below this tracing and continue our. See, now I am placing a plain white paper below it and I am moving it away from the tracing table. Can you see once the tracing paper has a white sheet below it, just a simple white pen paper, we get something like this. Okay. And now we can do the analysis on this tracing. So you get a pro forma like this in your what do you say? You are provided with a logbook. Sarah, you are provided with a logbook. So this has the pro forma for cephalometric analysis. Okay. So the first analysis which we do is Steiner's analysis. It has these many parameters: angle SNA, SNB, ANB, SND, mandibular plane, occlusal plane, and then dental parameters. Okay. All the normal values are provided in your pro forma. The patient's value you have to write here, and the difference between the normal and the patient's value you have to write in this column, and then the corresponding inference you have to write here. On the back side of the pro forma, on the back side of the pro forma, you are provided with Downs analysis. Okay. So similarly, you have normal value, actual value, difference, and the inference. So these are the values which are used in Downs. I'll share the PDF copy of the pro forma with you over the group. And the last which you do is the Tweed's diagnostic facial triangle, which is the easiest one, which you have already done yesterday. So this is the process by which you can trace a cephalogram. In the next video or in the next PowerPoint presentation, I will show you how to do Steiner's analysis and the Downs analysis. Okay. So as of now, you all trace the cephalogram which I have provided to you over the WhatsApp group yesterday, and keep it ready for analysis of Steiner's analysis and Downs analysis.